Last year, my friend Rohit paid 3,000 rupees to a CA for filing his ITR. His total tax liability? Zero. His return took exactly 12 minutes to file. And here's the painful part, I filed the exact same type of return myself, sitting on my couch, watching Netflix, in under 15 minutes. Cost? Absolutely nothing. Look, I get it. Taxes feel intimidating. The income tax department sounds scary. And cars have somehow convinced us that filing returns is some kind of rocket science that only they can perform. But here's the truth nobody wants you to know. For 80% of salaried Indians, filing ITR is easier than ordering food on Zomato. The income tax portal has become incredibly user-friendly. Most of your data is pre-filled. Your employer has already done the heavy lifting with Form 16. And yet, every year, crores of Indians hand over their hard-earned money to professionals for something they could easily do themselves in the time it takes to finish a cup of chai. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to file ITR 1 and ITR 2 yourself, step by step. We'll cover Form 16, AIS reconciliation, capital gains from your Zerodha trades, and those 5 costly mistakes that trigger income tax notices. By the end of this video, you'll never pay CA fees for simple returns again. Let's dive in. Before we start filing, you need to understand 2 crucial documents that form the backbone of your ITR. First is Form 16. Your employer gives this to you by 15th June every year. Think of it as your salary report card. Part A shows your employer's TAN number, your PAN, and the total TDS deducted. Part B is where the magic happens. It breaks down your entire salary structure. Your basic pay, HRA, special allowances, the works. It also shows deductions you've claimed through your employer like Section 80C investments, health insurance under 80D and home loan interest under Section 24. Now here's the game changer that most people ignore, the Annual Information Statement, or AIS. Go to the compliance portal on the income tax website and download this immediately. The AIS is essentially the government telling you, hey, we already know everything about your money. It shows your salary from every employer, interest from every bank account, dividends from every stock, mutual fund transactions, property purchases, even your high-value credit card payments. Here's why this matters. If your ITR doesn't match your AIS, red flags go up instantly. The computer catches mismatches automatically. So before filing, compare your Form 16 with your AIS. Check if all salary income matches. Verify interest income from savings accounts. Look at dividend entries. If something in AIS is wrong, you can submit feedback right there to correct it. This reconciliation step takes 10 minutes but saves you from potential notices that could haunt you for years. Trust me, this is non-negotiable. ITR 1, also called Sahaj, is for salaried individuals with total income up to 50 lakh rupees. You can use this if you have salary income, one house property, interest income, and agricultural income up to 5,000. You cannot use ITR 1 if you have capital gains from stocks or multiple house properties. Let me walk you through the actual filing process. First, log into incometax.gov.in with your PAN and password. Click on e-file, then Income Tax Returns, then File Income Tax Return. Select assessment year 2024 to 25 for income earned in financial year 2023 to 24. Choose online mode and ITR 1. Now comes the beautiful part. Click on Start New Filing and watch the pre-filled data appear like magic. Your personal information, salary details from Form 16, TDS information, most of it automatically populated. But don't just accept everything blindly. Cross-verify each field with your Form 16. Check your employer's name and TAN. Verify gross salary matches Part B of Form 16. Confirm all TDS amounts are correctly reflecting. For deductions under Chapter 6A, enter your ATC investments, EPF, PPF, ELSS, life insurance premiums. Add health insurance premiums under ATD. If you've paid education loan interest, claim ATE. The portal calculates your tax liability automatically. If you've paid advance tax or have TDS credits, it shows your refund or additional tax due. Review the computation summary carefully. Confirm everything matches your calculations. Then proceed to validation and e-verification using Aadhaar OTP. That's it, you've just filed your ITR-1 without spending a single rupee on professionals. Now let's talk about ITR-2, which you need if you have capital gains from selling stocks, mutual funds, or property. This is where most people panic and run to CAS. But honestly, once you understand the structure, it's completely manageable. First, gather your capital gains statements. If you trade on Zerodha, Groww, or any broker, they provide a consolidated capital gains report in the tax P&L section. Download this. For mutual funds, check your AMC statements or use CAMS and KFintech consolidated statements. You need to classify your gains correctly. Equity shares and equity mutual funds held for more than 12 months are long-term capital gains, taxed at 10% above 1 lakh rupees. Held for less than 12 months? Short-term capital gains at 15%. Debt mutual funds now follow your income tax slab regardless of holding period. This changed from April 2023. In the ITR-2 form, Schedule CG is where you report all capital gains. For listed equity shares, enter purchase date, sale date, cost of acquisition, sale consideration. The form calculates your gain automatically. Don't forget to apply the grandfathering benefit for shares bought before 31st January 2018. Your cost gets stepped up to the highest price on that date. For mutual funds, report each sale separately or use the consolidated summary. STCG and LTCG have separate sections. If you have losses, you can set them off against gains and even carry forward for 8 years. The Schedule CG looks intimidating with its many rows and columns. But your broker's tax report gives you all these numbers. You're essentially copying data from one place to another. Once capital gains are entered, the rest follows ITR-1 logic: salary, deductions, tax computation, verification. Now let me share the 5 mistakes that get people in trouble with the income tax department. Avoid these, and you'll sleep peacefully. Mistake number 1, not reporting interest income from savings accounts. Many people think interest below 10,000 isn't taxable because no TDS is deducted. Wrong. All interest is taxable. The AIS shows every rupee of interest credited to your accounts. Report it under income from other sources, then claim deduction under ATTTA for up to 10,000. Mistake number 2, ignoring dividend income. Since 2020, dividends are taxable in your hands at your slab rate. Every dividend from stocks and mutual funds must be reported. Your AIS lists all dividends received. Don't skip this. Mistake number 3, mismatched TDS claims. You claim TDS of 50,000, but Form 26 as shows only 40,000. Instant mismatch, instant notice. Always verify your TDS claims against Form 26 as an AIS before filing. Mistake number 4, wrong ITR form selection. Filing ITR-1 when you have capital gains doesn't just get rejected, it can invite scrutiny. If you sold even one share during the year, You need ITR too. No exceptions. Mistake number 5, missing the verification deadline. Filing ITR isn't complete until you e-verify within 30 days. Use Aadhaar, OTP, net banking, or EVC through bank account. Unverified returns are treated as never filed. I've seen people lose refunds because they forgot this simple step. These mistakes are easy to avoid with basic attention to detail. The tax department's computers are smart, respect them. Let me quickly cover the major deductions you should never miss while filing. Under Section 80C, you can claim up to 1,50,000 rupees. This includes EPF contributions automatically deducted from salary, PPF deposits, ELSS mutual fund investments, life insurance premiums, tuition fees for children, and home loan principal repayment. Most salaried people max this out easily without realizing it. Section 80D covers health insurance premiums. You can claim up to 25,000 for yourself and family. If you're paying for parents, that's another 25,000. If parents are senior citizens, it increases to 50,000. Medical expenses for senior citizens without insurance also qualify here. Section 80E allows full deduction on education loan interest. No upper limit. This applies for 8 years from when you start repaying. If you took a loan for your master's degree, claim this. Section 24 provides up to 2 lakh rupees deduction on home loan interest if the property is self-occupied. Section 80 TTA gives 10,000 rupees deduction on savings account interest. Senior citizens get 80 TTB with 50,000 limit. The new tax regime versus old tax regime debate confuses many people. The new regime has lower tax rates but no deductions except standard deduction. The old regime has higher rates but allows all these deductions. For most people with significant ATC investments and home loans, the old regime still works out better. But calculate both scenarios. The ITR portal has a calculator that helps you compare. Choose wisely, this decision alone can save or cost you thousands. Congratulations on making it this far. Let me summarize your action plan for stress-free ITR filing. Step 1. Collect your documents. Form 16 from employer, bank statements showing interest, capital gains statements from brokers, investment proofs for deductions. Keep everything organized in one folder. Step 2. Download and reconcile AIS. Log into the compliance portal, download your AIS, compare every entry with your records. File feedback for any discrepancies. This step prevents 90% of future problems. Step 3. Choose the correct ITR form. Salary plus interest plus one house property equals ITR 1. Add capital gains or multiple properties, switch to ITR 2. When in doubt, ITR 2 works for both scenarios. Step 4. File systematically. Enter personal details, verify pre-filled salary data, add other income sources, claim all eligible deductions, review computation, validate, and submit. Step 5. E-verify immediately. Don't wait for the 30-day deadline. Use Aadhaar OTP right after filing. It takes 2 minutes. Step 6. Save acknowledgement. Download and store your ITRV acknowledgement safely. You'll need this for loan applications, visa processing, and future reference. The 31st July deadline is coming up. Don't wait until the last day when the portal crashes under heavy load. File early, file correctly, and keep that CA money for your investments instead. You've got this. If this video helped you, smash that like button and subscribe to Mahayukti Finance for more practical money content. Drop your questions in the comments. I read and reply to every single one. Your financial independence journey starts with taking control of your own taxes. Go file that ITR.